And that's not even that old. And thinking that 60 isn't that old makes me feel even older.
That is a good point, because when you're a kid, 60 is like, oh, that's an old man.
Yeah.
And now that we're in our 30s, 60 is like, well, we're in striking distance of that one. That's not so bad. We won't even be retired yet.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, isn't it?
So you went to the chiropractor.
So I went to the chiropractor because, nothing aside from my foot that hurts for the first few steps of every day, which sounds worse than it is. Really not that bad. I had a stiff back, but I didn't think much of it. I would go for a massage, maybe once a year and fix that up, I guess.
Yeah.
But I went to the chiropractor and she was asking me all kinds of questions, if I had any past injuries, and I was thinking, no, not really. Well, there was one time like 8 years ago that I fell out a window, and then she's like, yeah, that, and I was saying like, oh yeah, my back has been kind of sore for like, I don't know, 7-8 years, and she's like, yeah, it was probably that. That's probably why you have a sore back. And I was like, oh, never really thought about that. And the only thing that really hurt right away was my elbow. So it was,
she's kind of doing the work of like a psychiatrist. Like she's bringing out all these memories.
Yeah. And so I was basically in this. I say I fell out a window, but it wasn't necessarily true. It was this park where there's like a half a building as like an architectural thing. One. And there's a window that's, maybe 6-7 feet off the ground. And I just thought I was going to be swift and jump out the window and land on my feet and go about my day. And the chiropractor also asked if I had been drinking, which sadly I was not even. I just thought I could be cool and jump down.
Yeah.
But I jumped out and there were some friends with me. I fell like a sack of potatoes. I fell directly onto my elbow. And it was sore that night, but we were like, oh, well, we'll check it out in the morning. And in the morning, I could barely bend my elbow.
Yeah.
And so I went to work and pointed out it was a new job. I'd only been there like maybe 2 weeks, and I pointed at my elbow and was like, hey, so I can't really move this? And they're like, why'd you come here? Why didn't you go to a clinic? And I was pointing out, I just want to show you that I'm not faking it. I can just barely move my elbow right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so go to a clinic. So I did. And the clinic was like, it's not broken. Just, give it a little time to heal up.
Yeah.
It's probably just swollen. But maybe this whole thing caused damage to my back.
Maybe.
By falling on my side, on my elbow, and maybe bumped something out of alignment.
There were tons of, but like I remember other times, like I knew you back then.
Yeah.
But you fell last Christmas or 2 years ago? You fell just outside of Scaroli's. You slipped on that ice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little, were you? This just seems like an insult, but were you dropped as a baby?
Not that I know.
Or not really.
Not that I know of.
I thought you fell. No, you passed out.
Oh, this was my brother, I think.
Oh, your brother. Okay. Yeah, no, because I remember the story. I remember hearing something about you either falling down the stairs or...
Oh, I did fall down the stairs.
Okay, so that's it. I'm not saying dropped as a baby. Like, were you dropped on your head as a baby? But no, for real.
I did fall down the stairs. It was after I had a test at the children's hospital. I was given sleepy medication.
Yes.
And I went home and I wanted to go to school to go play on the snow mountain. My dad said I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
And then school was probably over by that point anyway. I didn't realize because I was asleep through most of it.
Yeah.
And then I went home and fell down the stairs, and my father laughed at me for thinking that I could go play on the mountain, but couldn't even handle some stairs.
Yeah, the kids are pretty resilient, so maybe your body was okay until then, but when you're in your later 20s or your mid-20s, by the time you jumped out that window, that's when stuff really starts sticking.
Yeah, hurts, stay.
Yeah.
Hurts, stay. Injuries, stay. Chiropractor tried to fix my back, tried to adjust it. Eventually tried some stuff that really cracked my back and my neck. Mm-hmm. And wow, felt great. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my back.
Huh.
Not as stiff, feeling a little better.
Yeah.
The parts of me that usually get sore are not sore. It's nice.
Is this like she gives you a taste of it and then you got to go back and you got to keep going? Because you said you're going back tomorrow.
I am going back tomorrow. But it is it's less for my back now as my foot. She tried to fix my foot and said my muscles in my leg were too stiff, so I got to work on stretching those out so that she could try again.
Okay.
So she's going to try again tomorrow.
Have you been doing your homework, though?
I need to stretch. Yeah. I have been doing that. And I also need to sort of massage my foot by rolling it on a tennis ball. I haven't been doing much of that, I'll be honest. I've done it, I think, twice in the past 2 weeks.
I better go home tonight and just do it.
I'm planning on doing that all night. Yeah. I'm just going to watch like 3 movies and just roll my foot on a ball.
Yeah.
So she's going to work on my foot again tomorrow. If it doesn't work tomorrow, I'm probably just calling it quits with this whole chiropractic thing until a couple of years pass and I'm stiff again.
Okay, a lot of pressure on her for tomorrow.
Second visit. I need to see some results. She also recommended maybe going to get a X-ray on my foot. Maybe I broke that and didn't know it.
Yeah, well, you did something to your foot once. We were running up a set of stairs or something.
Yeah, running down some stairs. I rolled on my foot and then it was kind of fine. Yeah. And then a week later it started hurting.
Yeah.
So it was probably that, but who knows? Yeah. Not the chiropractor.
No, but you should definitely let her know tomorrow. It's like, this is your last chance.
This is, you're skating on thin ice here, Cairo.
Yeah. I'm either walking out of here a perfect specimen, or I'm never walking back in here.
Because I've always called myself a perfect specimen. I mean, I'm not in the best shape or, ideal health, but
your body is intact.
It's everything.
Your I've got teeth. I can't stop looking at them.
No cavities.
Perfect.
No stitches.
Yeah.
No known allergies, though there probably is one or two.
Yeah, maybe with some ancient allergy. Do you have any scars?
Some minor scars.
Okay.
I got this little one on my forehead.
Oh, I never noticed.
Oh.
Now it's all I see.
But yeah, nothing majorly wrong with me.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've stopped going to doctors and dentists because that's the only way it'll start, right?
Yeah.
That's how you get a cavity. You go to the dentist.
Yeah. Well, basically. I mean, then they start filling your head with all this nonsense. They start telling you something's wrong with you, and then mentally, your cavity gets bigger, your health declines.
Exactly. So how do you find out you're sick? How do you get diagnosed with an illness? You go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. If you aren't diagnosed with an illness, you're probably not sick.
Good advice, I think. Definitely. You go on. Don't even go on websites. Don't go on WebMD.
Oh, no, never.
That's how you get sick real fast.
WebMD gives you cancer.
Yeah,
almost
all
every
the time.
Yeah,
it's 100% of the time you will get cancer.
So, Matthew, are you ready to rate these 2 little slider burgers from Gentile's? 2 locations, one in Westmount, one on Park Avenue.
Well, unless they cook them differently, I'm going to rate the one at Westmount.
Okay.
Gentile.
I imagine that they're pretty much the same.
Probably. It's interesting because can we rate these on the same scale as a regular sized burger, or do we kind of do is this just 1 out of 5?
No. I think they can get regular ratings because we did get 2, and there was a
yes.
I think it was like $3.50 or something to add a 3rd slider burger.
Yeah.
But they're just tiny little burgers, and I think they add up to a full size burger.
Yeah. It was a reasonably priced restaurant. Mm-hmm. I found I got what I thought was a full plate of pasta. Mm-hmm. Even though that's just a starter, I don't know what the full plate would be like.
Probably
way
twice
too much. Yeah, probably. And the 2 burgers and the salad, and it was like a $20 thing. That's a fine price. And considering that last burger we had, that was $31.
It's a good point.
Jesus, still can't get over it.
Today I got a pasta, 2 little burgers, a salad, a can of burrito. Yep. And with a pretty decent tip, I left $35.
Yeah. So, where do I start with this burger? Well, I said most of it already. I enjoyed.
What did you think of the little bun?
That little bun. It was the problem I have with sliders a lot of the time is they have a harder time staying together because it's almost more like a meatball inside. Mm-hmm. Like it's rounder. It's harder to keep it all. The weight of the bun, of the top bun, isn't enough to sit, and it keeps sliding off. I noticed that it was kind of sliding off on this one, but
they're called sliders.
That's true. I thought it was just because they slide down your gullet easier.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they're called sliders.
I think you just put them in your mouth and you let them slide down into your body because they're so small.
Because they have the mayonnaise.
Yeah. It held up pretty well as a burger. Everything, the onions,
Didn't need a little
really
skewer
enjoyed.
like so many burgers
Yes, yes. I noticed that when I saw no skewer. I was like, okay, they have some confidence in this little slider. If I'm rating these together, I'd say the sauce, pretty great. The sweet little pickle, a nice surprise.
I'll say my thoughts after. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. The thing I didn't like about it was the burnt taste. But if you're telling me that was done on purpose, then
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll take your word for it. But it wasn't a killer for me.
Okay.
Sweet pickle was a nice surprise. I wasn't expecting to like it. I thought I would just pick it out. The onions, too. The onions were very nice. I dropped a few of them. I picked them right back up and put them in my mouth.
Wow.
Ate both of those things. Could have probably done with a third one, but that might have been too much. I think that this burger deserves, out of a 10-point rating, 1 being poison, 10 being the best, $100 burger. I never say it. I just want to do it. I want to try it out. See how it is to be in your shoes. Redundant.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a... I want to picture this as a full-size burger, and I'm going to say that it was like a 7.5 for me.
Okay.
7.5.
And that's only if you picture it as a full-size burger? What if you rate it as it is?
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 still, but I would really enjoy it as a full-size burger instead of having to pick up 2 or 3 little ones.
So I've got a couple follow-up questions for you, Matthew.
Go ahead.
Really, maybe just one. No, 2. Yeah.
I accept.
So, was there a meatball in your spaghetti?
No.
Oh.
No, it claimed that there was going to be some Italian sausages in there.
Oh, that was in
bits.
the sauce.
Yes, and it was ground. I could kind of see where they were ground up.
Yeah.
But there was no chunks.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because if there was
nothing.
a meatball, then I was going to ask if the patty was anything like the meatball.
Ah.
And at this Italian restaurant, I think I may have preferred if the patty was more like a meatball. A little more tender, I suppose. A little less burnt. Not that it was burnt, but, that caramelized taste, that umami. I quite like this burger. The mayonnaise, the house mayonnaise, was very much like a Big Mac sauce.
Yeah?
I found. It had that sort of taste, that tanginess of like a fancy sauce or something similar.
Yeah, I guess there's not a lot of variation in sauces among burgers,
No.
It's usually always it's like kind of like a Big Mac sauce,
Yeah,
but
kinda.
variations on that. But I liked it. I thought it was a little better than because
I thought it was better than a Big Mac sauce.
Yeah, because the Big Mac one, there's a strong taste of like relish in there, and I don't like.
I felt
that.
like this was that minus the relish.
Yeah,
very nice sauce, nice mayonnaise. I don't know what it is, what was in there, but I thought it tasted good.
Yeah.
The sweet pickle and caramelized onion contrasting with the apparently cheddar cheese was pretty good. I liked it because it gave a little sweetness to your saltiness. The cheese was really nicely melted over the burger, which I really enjoyed. The patty, I didn't love. It did have that sort of caramelization. It didn't taste like that much. I feel like it could have used some more seasoning or something, and that's why I was getting into the meatball.
yeah.
The bun I thought was a very cute little bun. A little cutie of a bread.
Yeah.
It was so like round and shiny, but not oily.
He was a proud little bun.
Proud little bun. I quite like this little burger, and I think I would not like it as much as a full-size burger.
Yeah. As you were talking, I started to question myself. I think maybe the size being any larger would work to its detriment.
I feel like it could max out in size at the size of a small like grocery store burger bun.
Okay.
When you make little burgers at home,
Yeah.
that size. I feel like that's the max for a burger like this.
Yeah, and that's right on the edge of like, are you a full burger or are you just a large slider?
Yeah, exactly. It's skirting the line, as they say. I think we're getting back to our usual ratings because last episode we were very far apart.
Oh yeah.
Where I consistently rate things about 0.5 more than you because I'm rating this burger an 8. Or these burgers
okay.
an 8. I quite liked them. There's no real complaints. Maybe a little more seasoning on the beef, but I quite liked it. And the sweet pickles are a touch that I never really think about for a burger. But even in one bite, a sort of a hunk of the green pickle fell out in my mouth, and I just chewed it and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
These were good little burgers.
They were good.